All right, so good night again, everyone. Um, we're gonna go through this week's analysis, right? See what the market has for us and see what we can take for this week. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna start with the DXY. Just to get idea of what the dollar is doing for this week. So last week, right? Last week the DXY broke structure. All right. So last week we had a break of structure on the DXY, brought to the upside. Everybody could see that, right? So we had this happening last week, right? And from here, with structure being broken, I would now look for a retest before, I could decide what's happening with the dollar, whether we're going to the upside or not. Because you don't want it to be a case where we get the retracement and then it goes back inside, right? So before I could decide exactly what's happening with the dollar, I would like to see a nice retest here of structure and then a continuation to the upside, right? So everybody could see. I'm just gonna move my mat leaf for now. Everybody could see that structure was broken here, right? So we're gonna wait for that retest and then look for it to go to the upside, right? Now, overall, like I mentioned last week, Sunday, I am looking for the DXY to come back up in this area of imbalance, right? So let's see DXY come back to this area of imbalance before it sells again, right? So really and truly the move is retest, continuation, fill this imbalance, and then look for a sell again, right? So if I'm looking for the DXY to do long-term buys, I'm looking for EU, GU, AU, and NU to do long-term sells, right? So I'm gonna just put it here. So if the DXY buys, XXX USD sells. And if the DXY sell, XXX USD buys. Right? If the DXY buy, USD XXX goes with it as well. And likewise down here. Right? So if I'm looking for long-term buys on the DXY, which is up here, I'm looking for EU, GU, AU, NU to continue to sell, and XXX, and UJ, UCAD, USHEF to continue to buy. Right? This is what we're looking at here. So let's go on to Euro USD. Right? Now Euro USD still in this descending channel. Right? Still in this descending channel. And overall, I am looking for EU to drop some more. Right? Still looking for EU to drop into this area. And here is why. So everybody could see this is structure, and structure was broken, right? No. Everybody could also see previous structure. Let me just go there. All right. So this was previous structure here. Everybody could see it. Previous structure, right? And we had a break to the upside. So what EU is doing now, because we never got the retest. Notice that price went up, never came back and retest, right? So now we're starting to get a retest here. So what I am looking for is for EU to come down and test this area, give structure a retest before it looks to buy. Right? So that's what I'm looking at. So for that reason, right, I would like to see EU drop here before it starts to buy. Right? Now, let's say, for example, EU does not do that. If it doesn't drop to that low, and you're interested in trading EU, this was the last high. So regardless, I would wait for EU. If you're looking to buy EU, you would need to wait for this structure to be broken. So I would need to see a break of structure, a retest, and then a continuation to the upside before I buy EU. This is a 1 hour high. This is 1 hour structure here. Right? This is what you guys have right here. So until EU creates another 1 hour structure, probably may get one here, right? This is still structure at the moment. So if I'm looking to get into EU for a buy, I'm not going to get into it until it breaks this 1 hour, this current 1 hour structure, retest, and then I will look to get him for a buy. Until then, I'm gonna let EU do what it wants to do. All right? Let it create another 1 hour structure. Should it sell and we get another 1 hour structure here, then we can change our bias in terms of where we would like to take the buy from, where we would like to get in. What structure needs to be broken first. All right, but at present, this is the 1 hour structure. So right now, there's nothing we can do with EU at the moment, unless you guys are looking at sales, and I would not risk the sell right now. Let it come down, let's do it thing, create another 1 hour structure, and then we can look for our positions. I'm gonna run through that with you tomorrow. Right. So this is my bias on EU. Really and truly, I'm looking for EU. So let me just put a note here. All right. Right. So we're watching price here for a retest. Right. But the only time we will buy is if this 1 hour structure is broken. Here we get retest and then we look to buy. Good. Let's look at GU. Okay. So what did we have with GU? GU gave us a break of structure. So everybody could see structure was broken, right? And it's currently getting retested. Everybody could see right now what GU is doing. We had a break and a retest, right? And right now GU is in our area of imbalance. Right, so let me just identify the imbalance here for you guys. This is the imbalance. This is the imbalance candle, right? And this is the imbalance here. right? So I am looking for GU to sell, right? I'm looking for GU to sell. Right? And I will watch this area here. So there is a possibility, right, that GU does this. Because this is imbalance here as well. Right here is imbalance. You have imbalance here for the sell, and you have imbalance here for potential retest and buy. Right? So there is a possibility that GU does this, and we get the buy from here. Right? So the question is no. If I want to participate in this sell on GU, how do I know when to enter it? Right? So drop to 15-minute time frame, guys. You have to use the MACD for this one. All right, so this is what I'll be waiting for. This 15-minute structure. So before I sell GU, dropping down to the 15-minute time frame, I need this. Price to break this 15-minute structure, retest, and then I will look to get in here for myself. So this is what we're gonna wait for. All right. Then you guys could get into here. So you could get this during London. Right? My advice is set an alert, right? Set an alert at 136, 120. All right, set an alert at 136, 120 so that we will know that structure is broken. So what you're waiting on is for 15-minute structure to break, retest, and then look to sell. Do not sell in between here. We want confirmation that the trade is going to go in that direction. You want to be sure and confident about the trade, right? So wait for structure to break, retest, and then look to sell, right? All USD. Same thing, right? So I am looking for AU to continue selling, right? To the downside as well. Right. So I just looking to see. Okay. So for us to get into AU, same thing applies. All right. Wait for this. Wait for the breakout. Wait for the retest, and then look to sell. We'll wait for M15 break a structure and retest. And then look this out. All right. That's the move there. All right. And you guys could look to come out in this zone because this is the area of imbalance. You have imbalance here. So you can take a trade 65 pips to this zone, right? So wait for this. NZUSD. Okay. So with NZUSD, this is my imbalance here, right? This is my imbalance here. Everybody can see my imbalance candle. No, remember the imbalance candle is the impulsive candle breaking structure. So it is the impulsive candle breaking structure, right? Which is this. To identify the area of imbalance, we're going to use the wick of the candle to the left of the impulsive candle. So this is the impulsive candle here, right? We're using the wick of the candle to the left of the impulsive candle and the wick of the candle to the right of the impulsive candle, right? For your horizontal length. So in between those two wicks, everybody can hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay. Okay. Not sure what happened there. Good. So in between those two wicks, right, is your imbalance zone. Right? So the NZUSD price never came into the imbalance. Right? So I am still looking for price to come up to here before I get that drop. I want to see price coming into my area of imbalance. All right? And then I could look for myself. Right? So I'm not going to do anything with NZUSD for now, other than to set an alert so that I know that price has reached that zone. Right? But this is what I'm looking for. Price to come into my area of imbalance before it drops. All right, and then overall, I'm looking for price to come anywhere around here. Anywhere around here. All right, so look for that. All right, so I'm not interested in NZUSD at the moment. Let me see if price comes into my area of imbalance and then we can look for a 15-minute structure and decide what we will do from there. Until then, I'm going to leave NZUSD. Okay? USD chef. Now, last week, Tuesday, we spoke about USD chef. No, actually last week, Thursday, we spoke about USD chef. Right? And I said to you guys that I am looking for USD chef to come into this zone before it starts to sell. I don't want to confuse you, so let's do that, right? So what we had structure breaking here. Everybody could see that we had a break of structure, right? This was the high. Structure was broken, retested, continued up, right? So I'm looking for a USD chef to continue up and come to this area of imbalance before it looks to sell. So right now, the only play in USD chef is buys. The only play in USD chef is buys at the moment. Right? So, for you, chef, what you could wait for if you're looking to take a buy, right? Wait for this 15-minute structure to break. All right, yeah, let me do it. Right, so wait for 15-minute structure to break. So I'll do it here for you. Wait for this. Wait for an imbalance candle to form, and then we will look to take the buy based off of the imbalance, right? But the only play right now on USD chef is buys. Right, so this is what you'll wait for. Wait for break of structure, right? Wait for the imbalance candle to form breaking structure, get the retest in the imbalance, and then look to buy. Right? Very, very simple. Right, so that's what we're waiting on. Wait for break of structure, retest, and then look to buy on USD chef. Okay, let's look at UCAD. Okay, UCAD is going to sell. All right. So with UCAD, everybody could see that structure was broken. If you can't see it, let me show you. This is structure here. This is structure here as well, actually. So let me deal with this structure here first. I'm going to put something here as well. All right, so structure was broken here, retested, and then continued to sell and brought here as well, right? So what we're looking at with USDCAD is a sell continuation. So this is what you're going to wait for. Wait for this. Right? Yeah. This is your imbalance candle. Okay. So you're gonna wait for a price to come back into our area of imbalance and then look to sell. All right. You can look to come out of this. There is imbalance here. Where is it? I have it here. There we go. We got imbalance here. We got imbalance here as well. So let me just do some take profits. We got imbalance here. Right? And then we also have imbalance here. Okay? So look at that. We got imbalance here. Everybody could see the imbalance candle, right? This is the imbalance here. Candle to the left, the impulsive candle. Candle to the right of the impulsive candle. And here is the imbalance zone, right? So if we're looking to take this sell, try to get in around here at this area of imbalance, right? You can look to take your first profit here as your price continue to break down, right? Overall, you can take your final profit here. Okay. So this is good because last week I didn't like how UCAD had looked, nor week before, but now we starting to get some traction with it. So I'm gonna wait for price to come into this area of imbalance, and then we're gonna take that sell, right? So wait for this. Right? So I will watch it. Watch price there for sure. I'm gonna set an alert. Watch price for the continuation sell. Right? So once price comes back into this zone, I'm gonna drop the short order and we could look at taking that sell for sure. I love you, Cat. Okay, let's look at USDJPY. Okay. So I showed you guys last week that UJ was in a descending channel. This is a lovely bullish flag that UJ had created, right? And then overall, I am looking for UJ, right, to come all the way back up to these highs overall, long term. All right. So we're looking for UJ to come all the way back up to here. Right, testing here first. Okay, so just giving you guys the bigger picture. All right, we got a lovely flag here on UJ, looking for it to come back up to these highs here on the weekly. All right, so as of right now, checking to see if we have an area of imbalance that we can take a buy from. All right, so what I will wait for, I'm gonna wait for price to break here fully. So let price break this structure. Everybody could see that this is structure, right? Tested here, drop, tested here, drop, testing, basically in the zone looking to break. So let's get a solid breakout first, right? So let's look for this. Wait for price to break. Retest here. Let's get the retest and then we could look to buy. So that's what we're gonna wait for this to give us a nice solid break, nice impulsive candle. All right. So I'm just gonna put a note here. Wait for all right. So wait for strong break, retest, and then look to buy. Let me just move that note. I really want to see this break. Right? So wait for that. So I start there. All right. So we're gonna wait for that strong break. Okay, gold. All right, so last week before NFP, I told you guys let gold come into this area of imbalance, and I'm still looking at that. All right, still want to see gold pushing into my area of imbalance some more. All right, this is the imbalance zone here that I've identified. Let it come into my area of imbalance, right? And then we can look to buy. So right now, I am not looking at buys as yet, but I am looking to buy gold eventually. All right, I just want to see it come into my area of imbalance some more, and then we could take a buy from there. All right, so wait for this. All right, so wait for that. Let gold come into the area of imbalance, and then we could look to buy. Okay. Same thing with silver. Tell you what I'm looking at. So let's see if I like silver. All right. Right, so same thing with this. right? So that's what I'm waiting for. Let's see if we could get silver coming into here and then looking to come back into this area of imbalance here. All right. Okay, cool. EJ. This is very simple. Right? Very, very, very simple. I'll let EJ. I do let EJ a lot. Right? So the EJ, right? Wait for this. Could get this during London. I first come to here and look to buy. Okay. I love EJ for the buy. I really, really do. I really, really, really love it. Okay. Really, 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 really love it. So wait for this. All right. This is the play. Watch this. Right. This is the play on EJ. Wait for price to come around, test my area of imbalance. By that time, the 1 hour MACD should come around and we should have everything giving us the go for the buy. Right? Really interested in this. That is, no miss this one. So this looks really good. Right? Nice 100 pip move. Wait for this to come around and then look to buy. I love that. Right? Definitely a favorite for this week. Okay, let's look at EA. See if we have anything on EA. Okay, at the moment, I'm not interested in EA. What I did get, though, was a nice breaker structure. I got a lovely breaker structure. So everybody know, once we get breaker structure, wait for the retest, and then we can continue to the downside. Right? So this is what we have to wait for. Wait for retest, then look to sell. right? But we got a really nice breaker structure. Here, wait for the retest and then look to sell. Okay. Nice head and shoulder pattern as well. So we got a long way to go. Let's see where this is going. Nice. Right into the zone. All right. That's the play. So on EA, you have to wait, right? Wait for the retest. We had the breaker structure. They're just waiting for a retest now. So once they get that retest, I'm hopping in for that sell. All right, so just wait for that. Wait for price to come up to here. I'm gonna set an alert. All right, watch the continuation sell. So wait for that. All right. I'm not really interested in EURJPY, but this is my area of imbalance. So once price comes into this zone somewhere, I may have some interest in it, but right now, none. Right. Euro and ZD. Don't think EN is ready to sell as yet, neither. Giving me some correction. So wait for this. That price come up to here. All right. So let this come up to here, and then I would be interested in continuing my sell to the downside. All right, area of imbalance. So right now, all of this correction, I'm not interested in that. All right, I'll be interested in EN when it comes up to here. Nice imbalance candle, everybody could see it. That price continued to farm this correction. All right, we had a nice move to the downside. Wait for the correction to complete. Then we could look to take sells from this zone. Right? So this is not anything for right now, but we will keep our eyes on this through the week and see how we're getting on. All right? But I am more interested in taking a trade on EN once it comes to this area here. Okay. Okay. We got imbalance here. That structure here as well. Okay. Right now, I'm not interested in EG. I'm gonna leave EG for now. I'm gonna leave EG for now. All right, GJ. All right, I got GJ to come up. GJ is not ready to sell us yet. All right, all right. All right, so I'm gonna wait on GJ. What I am looking at on GJ is this. GJ coming up to here before it comes back down, right? But what I had on GJ was a breaker structure, right? I had a breaker structure on GJ. So, and this is my last imbalance candle in that break right here. So if during London, right, because they're looking for it to come all the way out here. So if during London, I could get GJ coming into my area of imbalance as a retest, then I would take that buy up to here. I am looking at sells from this zone though. So once I can get that GJ coming back into here, I will then take a buy. So watch for that. Okay, that price come back into here, and then I'll be interested in a buy. If not, then we will watch. If price doesn't come into here to give us an opportunity to buy, then we will watch price here and see if we can get a different outlook on GJ. All right, so watch for that. Okay, GA. All right, we got structure here. I got price to come back down into these lows. All right. Okay, so I am going to wait. I'm gonna box in price at the moment, right? I'm gonna wait. I'm going to wait here. Right? I got GJ to continue, GA to continue down to here, but I am gonna wait before I look to get into this. Right? This is what I'm waiting on. So I have here boxed in. Let me do it slightly different. Let me do it like this. Right? So that nobody's confused. Right? So I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait for a break from this consolidation and then balance candle to form, and then I will look to take myself. Right? Then I will look to take myself. Right? If we do get a break to the upside, right? Same thing still applies. So we're just waiting for a break, a retest, and then a continuation. If I get a break to the upside, this is what I'll be looking at. So I'm gonna wait. Right now, I'm not gonna do anything with this, right? Price is basically moving flat. So we're boxing that consolidation. We're gonna wait for a breakout. All right, we're gonna wait for a breakout, a retest, and then we would look to see what we can do with that. But right now, I wouldn't do anything. But what I would tell you guys is that I am looking for GA to come and test structure. All right, and structure at the moment, you can still get from a breakout and a retest a good 90 pip move on GA, right? So, and that's still a good payout there. So I'm gonna wait for that, guys. Nothing on GA right now in terms of what we're gonna be doing. Okay. So much noise. All right, with G Chef, this is your area of imbalance here. We are literally in the area of imbalance. All right, we had a break, some correction, be in the area of imbalance. Now, I'm going to be very honest and tell you that I can see G shaft break into the upside. I definitely can see G shaft break into the upside. That's the only thing. So I can't see it respecting this. Not right now. Okay. Right. I could see this break into the upside. So therefore I would watch here. I'm gonna change these colors for now. So no one gets too confused. Right now, we in the area of imbalance. Right? And the momentum is still with the buyers. Right? So I can see G shaft breaking to the upside. I can see G shaft coming up to here. That's the truth. Right? Before it does anything. And I don't like this. But anyhow. So I'm not gonna do anything with G shaft. I'm gonna watch that. Okay. My view on GBP NZD from last week and week before and the week before that doesn't change. Everybody can see we're still consolidating, basically heading up to this area of imbalance. Here is your imbalance candle. I'm not doing anything with GN until it gets into my area of imbalance. But it's getting closer. That's what we can see. We're getting closer, right? But I am not doing anything with GN until it gets here. So I'm gonna wait. All right. The CAD. Anything. I honestly would still like to see price coming up to here. I'm not gonna do anything with GCAD either. I'm gonna leave this. All right. Just one look at CAD JPY. I want you guys to see it. Took its time, but we got there in the end. Right. What we had structure here. Structure was broken. CAD J went up, came back down. We looked at this area of imbalance here as a retest. We got a nice retest, and then price came all the way up over 200 pips. CAD JPY. So this was a really good trade. Right? It was a really good trade. My view on CAD JPY now, we'll pretty much leave it alone for now till we get another setup. Could potentially be coming up to these highs here. So I will leave it alone for now. Right? What I would say is I'm gonna watch price somewhere around these heights. But right now I'm not gonna do anything with CAD J. Right? But it was a really nice trade and everybody could see that. Right? So my favorites for this week, UCAD. Right? Wait for price to come up to here and then look to sell. Right? Still a good move. EJ, definitely a favorite. Wait for price to come into this area of imbalance and then look to buy. right? EUROD. We had a nice clean break of structure, wait for retest and then look to sell, right? And that is it in terms of favorites for this week. Yes, we still have some other pairs that we're looking at, like GU, AU, USHEF, Gold, Silver, GJ, and GA. But for now, my favorites are those three: UCAD, EJ, and EA.